Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to create one swing application where I will be using multiple controls of swing. For example, text field, then text area, and I will be using combo box as well as list. So guys, I'm going to create a basic application related to pizza ordering where I will be taking various details of user such as username, address, mobile number, and then I will be giving option for selecting types of pizza, whether user want basic pizza, thick and chewy pizza. So we will be providing different option, and also we will be providing option for toppings. So user can select multiple toppings, and then after that user can click on place order button, and then it will show details like whatever user has selected. And we will be having one more button, reset button. When I click on reset button, everything gets cleared, reset. Okay, so guys, let's start the video. So first of all, I have started my Eclipse IDE, and here I'm creating a new project. So just go to file and new Java project. I'm giving name as pizza order, and in project specific JRE I'm selecting my JRE, and I'm unchecking this module info, and guys just click on this finish button. Okay, so my project has been created. Here you can see my src is blank right now. So I'm going to add JFrame to, you can go to this create new visual classes, or you can right click and you can select new, and then here you can go to other and you can select JFrame. Okay, so either you can go to toolbar or you can select from here also, both are fine. Okay, so here I have just typed JFrame and I'm selecting this JFrame. And now guys, you need to provide your frame name. So here I'm giving frame name as pizza frame, and then package name is optional. I'm giving CS corner as package name, and click on this finish button guys. So here you can see my package has been created with a name CS corner. Inside that we have the class. So guys, I'm clicking on this design tab. So let's start with design. First of all, select your panel and change the layout as absolute layout so that you can put your control freely. Now I'm providing title to this frame. So select the frame and go to title property and provide title as pizza order. Now guys, let's design the GUI. So first of all, I will be selecting multiple labels just to prompt user that enter the name, enter address, enter mobile number, select your base, select your toppings. So for everything I'm selecting labels. Okay, so guys, now after label we will be taking text field. For first, that is first name, and for address I have taken text area, and for this mobile number I have taken again text field. For base I am taking combo box. For toppings I'm selecting JList. And guys, make sure that while dropping this JList you drag it downside, otherwise it won't come properly. Okay, these are my input control. Now I will be taking button also. So let's quickly take two buttons. So here J button, second J button I'm selecting. One is for placing order, one is for reset. Okay, so now let's align it properly. So guys, now I'm changing font of my control. So for changing font, you need to you can select individual control and go to font property and change. So I want to change multiple control font together. So what you have to do, just press control button and click with mouse. So here there are certain controls which a font will not come. So you can see I'm getting this error. So let's quickly first change font of all label, a button, and then text fields. Okay, so here I will select all this control, and then I will go to the property font, and here I'm selecting whatever desired font I want. Okay, so now guys, here I'm keeping font as bold and 14. Now then I will select this text area, because why it was giving problem, certain properties are not shown together when you select all the control. And now similarly I'm doing it for this list box and this combo box. So I can select them together and I can change the property. So bold and font size 14. And now lastly I'm changing font of this buttons. So this is optional guys, just this to show you that yeah, the font is bigger, readability purpose. Otherwise you can skip this part. Now guys, this is done, font change we have done. Now we will select this label, and then we will change the text property. So I'm selecting first label, I've given text as enter name. Second label text also I've changed, enter address. Third label, enter mobile number, base, toppings. So let me quickly align this properly. Let me expand this. Okay, so guys, now this is done. Now next, so guys, I'm changing background of this panel. So select the panel and go to background property, and you can select whatever background you want. Again, this is for look and feel purpose. You can skip this part. Okay, so whatever color you want, you can give that color. So this is done. Now the next thing, we need to provide variable name to the controls where we are accepting input. So for this text box, I will be giving variable name as txt name. Okay, so because I'm accepting name, for this text area I'm going to take variable name as txt addr. For mobile number I'm going to take variable name as txt mob, that is txt mobile number. For base, which is combo box, I'm going to take variable name as cb base, and for toppings I'm going to change variable name as lst toppings. Okay, so these are my variable name. I'm going to use all these names in my code. Whatever name you are providing, you have to use that name in your coding. Done guys. So now after changing the variable name, this toppings and base I want to provide in my program, so that user can select that toppings and name. So for that, select your combo box and go to property model, and guys, here you can see a text area is coming where you have to enter the items, and hit enter guys by pressing by keeping one item in a line. So I'm giving basic, thick and chewy. So then you can provide whatever you want, thin and crispy, and then next we are putting Chicago deep dish. So my items are done. I'm clicking on OK button. So you can see these are the items which are shown in my combo box. If I run it, I will get this item, and in combo box you can select only one item at a time. Now there is a list. Okay, I'm selecting list, and again I'm going to model property, and I will click on this ellipsis, that is 3 dots, and again guys, I need to enter my item name. So whatever toppings you want to provide, you can provide over here. So I'm just providing few toppings name. Okay, so these are my toppings I have added. So now guys, here we have selection model. So toppings means what? I can allow multiple selection, right? So here in selection model, what we have to do, we have to change it to multiple interval. So it will allow what? Multiple items to be selected from any, not in order, anywhere. So done guys, this is also done. Now let's go to the coding. So for button, I have not changed name of button, you can change. And for button, I will be firing click event. So I'm just double clicking on this button. So you can see guys, my action perform event is there. So before writing code in action perform, let me just tell you a few variable like text area, combo box and list box. They have been declared inside constructor, but I need that variable to be used inside my action perform also. So I'm just declaring that variable outside. So for text fill, it is always declared outside, but any other control, they are declared inside constructor. So I'm just removing that, and I'm putting declaration only you have to do outside your constructor, that is inside class. Rest other thing you have to keep inside class only. So jtext area txt addr, and now here lst toppings and combo box also I'm going to give at the top. So you can see in constructor I remove the declaration, only the part like constructor and that combo box creation is there. So jtext area txt addr, jlist, list toppings, jcombo box, cb base, this declaration I have done inside class. Okay guys, now let's run it and see. So you can see I'm getting my things. I'm able to select multiple items, and I'm able to see my items also, but code is not yet done. Let's complete the code before before that I'm changing the color. This color is not looking so good, so I'm changing it to plain white. Okay, so now guys, let's go to the place order event again. So just double click on button and let's go to the code. So now what is the logic over here? We will be retrieving name of each of the control in MSG variable, and we will be appending, and finally we will be showing this MSG variable in my J option pane. So string MSG is equal to txt name dot get text. So it will retrieve the value of text box, and then after that I'm putting /n because I want to show on the next line, and then your details are, and again /n. So guys, let me simply just show you this in J option pane, then we will retrieve remaining control data. So J option pane dot show message dialog, and the first parameter will come automatically, that is your button name, and then comma MSG. So now guys, let me just put my name, and here I'm clicking place order. So Sunita, your details are, you can see your details are coming in the next line. Okay, so this way we will be completing the code. We will be retrieving each and every control data, and we will be appending that to MSG variable, right? Hope you are understanding. Now guys, let's move to the next part. So MSG plus equal to, I'm just doing concatenation. You can continue in the same line, the first line, line number 125, but just for readability purpose I'm just writing in the next line. So MSG plus equal to address colon, where is my address? My address is in txt addr, so I'm just writing txt addr dot get text. So my address will be retrieved. After that I will be showing mobile number, so /n, I'm writing mobile, and or simply I'm putting /n. In the next line I'm writing MSG plus is equal to, and then in double quotes now we have to retrieve the mobile number. So first of all I will be displaying mobile colon, or mobile number, and colon, and then plus txt mob dot get text. So it will retrieve a mobile number value, and it will add to my MSG variable, and then again I'm putting /n. So address, name, and mobile number is done. Now next is what? Combo box value. So again MSG plus is equal to, I'm just typing base, whatever base you have selected, and then your combo box name. My combo box name is CB base, and the method is what? Get selected item. Okay, so get selected item will give you what? The item which you have selected from combo box, right? So then put /n. Now the next and very important, we have allowed multiple selection in list box. So multiple selection means what? You can select 2 toppings, 3 toppings, more than 1 topping. So now the value written by the list box is going to be multiple. So for storing multiple values we required what? Arrays. Okay, and we will be using one method known as get selected values. So let's see that code. Before that I'm just appending MSG plus is equal to toppings. So it will print toppings, and then guys now let's retrieve the value of my list box. So for that I need a for loop. It's showing the strike through because the method has been deprecated, but still you can use it. So object, and then I'm creating a variable name. So variable name I'm giving tops, that is for toppings. So it will retrieve all the value in my tops variable. And now then by using for loop I will be iterating this tops variable. Okay, so let's write for loop over here. So I'm just creating one for loop. So before that guys, I'm creating one str variable which is blank, because I want to append all the selected toppings in this variable, and this variable I will be appending to my message variable. So string str equal to blank, and then for loop I'm writing for int I equal to 0, I less than tops dot length I plus plus. Okay, this is my for loop, so I will be traversing entire array, and then in str I am concatenating the value of an array. So str plus is equal to tops at I, that means whatever value you have selected from your list box that are stored in tops, and I am iterating single value, and I am concatenating to str variable by putting comma. Okay, now then after this for loop I'm just appending this str variable. So msg plus is equal to str, and then again I'm appending your order will reach soon. Okay, done guys. Now I will run this program. So here let me quickly enter the details. So I'm just entering name, address. These all are dummy data, so just quickly enter anything whatever we want, just to test it whether it is working or not. So here I'm selecting a thick and chewy, and toppings I'm selecting multiple. So I have pressed control button and I'm using mouse for selecting this item. So I've selected this 3 and I'm clicking on place order. Boom guys, you can see it's showing Sunita. Your details are address, mobile number, toppings, and guys can you see the toppings pepperoni comma black olives. So this is because of that for loop, and your order will reach soon guys. Okay, so now let's do the coding of this reset button. So guys, not so difficult, just a few lines of code are there and logical codes are there. So now let's write the reset button code. So for reset button code, what we will be doing, just we will be clicking on this reset button, and here the action event of this reset button is fired. So now what I'm doing over here, I will be writing txt name dot set text double quotes. I'm just clearing the text boxes, txt address, txt mobile, and now for combo box I'm writing cb set selected index -1. -1 means what? Nothing is selected. And for list box I'm writing lst toppings dot clear selection. So it will clear the selection, whatever was previous selection that will clear. Done guys. So now let's run it and check it out. So I'm entering details over here, and then I'm clicking on this clear button. So guys, you can see my everything is reset. Okay, so that's all guys. So I conclude my video. I hope by following my video you are able to use all these controls and their method. So guys, if really my video has helped you, then don't forget to hit on like button, and if you have any query you can put in comment box. I will surely reply to your queries. And guys, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications from my channel. And guys, I'm sharing lots of PDF and notes related to computer science and IT on my Telegram. Join my Telegram channel. The link is in description box. All my social media link is in description box. You can follow me there guys. Thank you guys for watching my video till end. See you in my next video. Till that, take care, bye bye, and keep learning guys.